Hey, how you going? Tuck Shop here. We're gonna do a talk through of my 500% kill at Zami. This guide assumes that I guess you already know how to fucking get to phase 7 or whatever. Before you enter the fight, make sure you're fully boosted. Get yourself a Hellhound. You know, Animate Dead, Font of Life, Relic, Archaeology is pretty good. Wear as much like tank gear as you can. As you can see, I don't even have full Crypt Bloom. I've only got fucking 3 pieces. They're not exactly the best ones. So I'm just using a Tectonic Body, fucking Acto boots. It is what it is. It still works just fine. The idea at the start here is to get yourself all the stacks for Insight Fear before the fight begins. Basically, what you want to do every time the fight starts, you want to prioritize, obviously, Smoke Cloud. Make sure the cunt's got a Storm Shard on him, because we're going to be using those. And then, you know, make sure he's vulned. When it comes to the edicts, really what you want to do is prioritize your stuff spec, because that's going to take more adrenaline than Tsunami, and you're going to get all your adren back anyway. But you start with an A-pot just to get that cooldown started early. Now there's an attack here after the slam, which you'll see in just a minute, where he's going to drop like this smoke that comes out of his ass. You want to make sure you pick that up, because every time you don't pick it up, you're going to have reduced either damage or accuracy or both. I don't fucking know. Just pick it up. It will hit significantly harder if you already have one charging and you pick that up. But you can Disruption Shield just like that. Sometimes it looks like the attack and the bar is going to finish at the same time. If that's the case, what you want to do is just make sure you let the attack hit you, and then like literally one tick after do it. So don't like pre-Disruption Shield, because his auto attacks will always hit you first. Only do it when you know it's clear. Now as you can see, I'm DPSing down his grey bar. That's because on the next edict that we're going to go to, we're not going to have as much time, because we're going to go get like fucking sent into the mind with the demon, the underworld, whatever you want to call it. So make sure that grey bar is not too healthy. It will really help your kill speed as well. But basically, like once you've emptied, you know, all your Omni and whatever, just get moving. What I like to do is target cycle a Storm Shard when I come out, and then res, and then Devo, and build my insight stacks coming into the next font. So you see here, this is what I'm talking about. You want to prioritize either your Tsunami or your Staff Spec first, but make sure you get one of them before it charges. It's really not that difficult. It only requires, what, 40 or 45%, some shit. So here we go. For this attack here, you want to use either Freedom or Anticipate before it like does that, and then the second you see that little red teleport thing, it's like 1 or 2 ticks after the symbol literally touches your character, you want to fire off a stun. So you're basically stunning him during the transition between the Zami fight and the underworld, and then that attack literally won't hit you. So you can literally chill down there, take your time, kill the fucking demon. Make sure you got a Demon Slayer sigil, by the way. I shouldn't have to say it, but a lot of people don't have it. Like, you fucking stupid. Make sure you get it. But yeah, make sure that you stun him as you get teleported, not before, and obviously not after, because it won't do shit. Again, never leave the grey bar too healthy, but it doesn't matter, because the next edict we're going to do will get heaps of time, because we'll get the chaos spec. For this bitch here, I just make sure I use Anticipate, and then I just work her down. Obviously swap to Insight whenever you're on the witch, because when you come up you want full stacks. Like always, target cycle a shard, res, then Devo, run him over. Sometimes you don't kill the demon, he'll pop out here, but he won't touch you if you keep moving. So just like, I don't know, kite him or whatever. What's happening now? Oh yeah, we jumped on another edict. I think I A-potted there because, yeah, I wanted to reset those cooldowns a little bit faster. Alright, Omni Power. Look, Shard's looking good. It's basically just the same old shit, you know, make sure he's vulned, make sure he's smoke clouded, make sure you've got shards on him. Feel the rage of a god. Heed my call. Oh yeah, that one's fine, just disrupt that. I'm literally watching it back on like the tiniest screen. Oh yeah, I forgot to pick up a smoke here. That's always fun. Just make sure you're picking up the smoke when you see it on the ground. And either res or disrupted. It doesn't hurt too much as long as it's not stacked with something else. Alright, what's happening here? Oh, yep. So don't leave the grey bar too healthy. Anticipate when you run into the witch. Insight fear, because we want to get our stacks up. I like to spam my hellhound as well when I'm down here. It's really the only time I'm like, my mouse is free for a few seconds, you know? And if you don't know what a hellhound does, fucking look it up. Alright, target cycle is shard, res, anticipate. Alright, you want to either prioritize. If you got good adrenaline, star spec. If your adrenaline's barely on 40 before it charges, just do a tsunami. It's literally fine. See there, I had good adrenaline, so I did a star spec. Yeah, you know, just make sure he's vulned, which I'm clearly not doing here. This was a pretty average kill, by the way. I guess all of this to say, like, you really don't need best in slot gear. Like, yeah, sure, you know, I got a fractured staff, whatever. But, like, I got tier 90 offhand. I got fucking Acto boots. I'm only camping a fractured staff and the ABS EOF because my fucking G staff one broke, like, due to literally doing so many attempts here. And the dungeon didn't do it any favors. Yep, anticipate, swap back to insight. Make sure the grey bar is not too healthy. Spam your hellhound. This is nothing new. It's pretty much just rinse and repeat. You get into a pretty good rhythm once your enrage starts getting up there. I had quite a few good kills this day. These all just came like bang, bang, bang after each other. I fucking rage quit my stream last night because the I just kept getting the most bullshit runes on P7. But we're actually going to talk about how to counteract that. This guide should definitely help if you're familiar with the boss, but you're like just not 100% sure what's going on all the time. I've never done one of these like live commentaries, so you know I'm just kind of talking shit, but everything you need to know is on the screen. Just copy what I do. It's not that difficult. You know, storm shards. Oh yep, so that's his melee slam. So here I'm gonna pick up that smoke, but I already had a bomb on me, so I know this is gonna fucking hurt. So I used immortality. Fucking 500 IQ at least. I haven't had it tested, but I would say it's around 500. Alright, jumping back on the cunt. Just prayer flick, you know. Make sure he's vulned. Now for this, because this is our second last edict, right? You actually want to make sure the grey bar is not full on this one. Yeah? Or else you got a FSOA spec on the last edict, and that may fuck your cooldown on P7. So just make it easy for yourself, you know. I'm hardly eating any food. Might look like I drank some brews there, but they like my Iron Man is that shit. I don't even have full flasks. You can even check the start of the VOD. I literally spawned in with like half full flasks. But all this to say is like, you know, you don't really need. Oh, so anticipate this last one, and then when it's charged, use freedom because it's gonna stun you. Same as the last one. I don't know why. It just stuns you. It's alright if you have like one black smoke on the ground or whatever. It's really not the end of the world, but the most important thing you want here, I can't stress this enough, get yourself 10 shards. You see there, I used my stun as the symbol touched me, and then that way I didn't take any damage. You can easily avoid like a fucking 7 or 8k hit there. Like, it's very good for food management if you learn how to deal with that mechanic properly. Alright, so I'm just making sure my hellhound's full, my HP's full. Make sure you're on insight fear. Holy fuck, I've done that so many times where I'm not. So you're going to want to use your Demon Slayer sigil. Target cycle like a wild magic. Basically just DPS this cunt down. He's very annoying and he's in the way. I like to bleed him as I run up. Smoke cloud. Make sure you got 10 shards and Vom bomb him. Alright, it's just so much less things to do. As soon as you see what symbol you get first. Tsunami at ASAP. DPS it down. Conch Blast is fantastic here. On the second one, you want to use your FSOA spec. Basically, the faster you get the first one down, the easier it is. Alright. I went for the big, because I'm at the back rune. Use Metamorphosis. Go Omni, Debilitate. Fucking Tendril. While you Vit Pot. Wild Magic Shatter. I mean, it's really not that hard, dude. You can easily DPS that down. I think my shit ran out halfway as well. You know what I mean? Maniacal definitely helps. I would say get comfortable with phases 1 to 6. So that you can use Maniacal, because you're really going to want it for the last phase. That's about it. Yeah, I mean, you can play that shit back in slow motion or whatever. Just copy what I do and you get yourself the title. It's really not that difficult. Just stay calm. If you die, just know that Zami got lucky. And yeah, good luck.